Hello, my loves. So, I'm pretty sure I know what today's reading is about, and in my opinion, it's kind of a heavy message, but it is what it is. So, right before I got on to do this message, I saw one video. It's by another tarot reader, intuitive. Her name is Onati, and she was talking about how you'll come to a point in your life, especially energetically, where you no longer can stand in the comfort zone, and you'll realize who doesn't serve you, what doesn't serve you, and it may be something that you've realized from even when you were little, that these things called out to you, the life that you wanted to live within love, within whatever it is that you really desire. And she says, like, the only thing that stands in your way is your fear. And it's right on the other side of fear. And I've been getting a lot of dreams lately, specific towards the guy that always shows up in my dreams. My divine masculine, whatever you may want to call him. And it's always that the first dream was that he showed up and he said something along the lines of that he didn't want somebody that couldn't ask for help, who always tried to do things on their own. And there's been a couple of other dreams where I'm asking for his help. The most recent one was I had broken my right arm, but it was like to the point where like you could see the bone, and the bone was like the bones were everywhere. So he was like trying to fix the bones. And when I looked up the meaning of like fixing your right arm in a dream, it has to do with like healing and retribution, rejuvenation. I think that this reading has to do with being seen as who you truly are. Because I think if you're like me, you've went so long within your life trying to fit in, even when you don't fit into the crowd and you don't fit into the group, but you're still trying to be seen, but that didn't work. So you decided to go another route and be who you want to be. But you decided, like, even though you decided that this is what's right for me, it's really uncomfortable because you're walking the path alone, because you haven't gotten to that area where you've met the right people. So there was you trying to fit in with the wrong people, and then you were working on yourself, healing, but you may have become too hyper independent being by yourself because you felt you couldn't rely on anybody else. So you decided, fuck it, if they come in, they come in. But I think that it may have locked a part of yourself accepting new people, the right people, into your life. I'm going to pause this so that it doesn't get deleted. One of the cards I pulled while I was like shuffling the cards was the Three of Wands. And I think that And this reading might be a 2-part reading. I'm not really sure. But the reason I say that this could have to do with being seen is I've entered like some sort of area of TikTok where one of my favorite artists growing up, especially in like the hardest times of my life, Callum Hood from 5 Seconds of Summer, he's now doing tarot readings, or like he did a tarot reading, and he's just on like normal TikTok making TikTok videos. We have the Temperance card. But I saw one of his videos, and then another one of the videos I saw was a girl talking about the fact that he's making tarot readings. And he had commented on her video, and then like somebody had said, like, of all the years that I subtweeted him, you should know, like, he lurks. And so I don't know how to explain it. Like, and this is so cringy, but like growing up, you always fantasize about like your celebrity crushes and who you want to be with and whatever else, and you never expect them to be able to like live like a life where you'll actually be seen because of how big they are. And I think that it's the opposite for you. You live a life, or lived a life, where you felt so little that you never felt you could be seen. And I think that that may be like an underlying thing that holds you back from being seen by the right people. We have the Three of Cups. 333 could be significant because I've pulled 2-3 cards. I've also been listening to the song 333 by Aniko a lot. We have the Star. I'm gonna have to do like the actual meanings of the cards in part 2. The reason this also feels love related is I have just been like surrounded by a lot of love. I got to be able to see like more wedding pictures from my brother and my sister-in-law's wedding, and they came out beautifully, and it like opened up a new level of seeing myself, because I was able, what do you know, the Three of Swords, sorry. It opened up a new level of myself because I was able to see myself in a light that I never saw before, which was the fact that, like, I see my true beauty. And I've struggled for so long to see myself for all I'm worth. So I think that this area of your life is very hard and it sucks, but is necessary. But also there's a part of you that it's necessary to open yourself up and allow people to come into your life, the right people, but allow yourself to ask for help, allow yourself to not be perfect. And that's not to say that it's like for the longest time you were uncomfortable being alone or lonely, and now it's like you're still uncomfortable being lonely, but you may be a little too comfortable being alone, because it's almost like that part of you that never thought you'd be worth it is being like, you can't believe that there'd be somebody who can see you.